Welcome to Your Cyber Path, the podcast that helps you get your dream cybersecurity job by sharing the secrets of experienced hiring managers and top cybersecurity professionals with you. Now, on to the show.
So what are some things that people can do in order to minimize a reaction from a hiring manager where they think to themselves, this person is too old? Well, so it all starts really when you write your resume. And this, by the way, is advice we give to everybody when I'm about to share. Don't put more than 10 years of work experience on your resume. There's just, nobody cares. I mean, even if you're 30 or 40 years old, nobody cares. Anything over 10 years is just considered to be irrelevant. So that's the first thing. I'm sure you've done wonderfully interesting things in your career and you'd love to talk about them or show them off or whatever, but this is not the time to do that. So no more than 10 years. No more than 2 pages. Again, same advice we tell everybody. Leave graduation dates off your resume. I would still go with the reverse chronological resume rather than other types of resume, ways that you can organize your resume. Because people know that when you use alternate forms of resumes, it's usually because you're trying to obscure something. So stick with that reverse chronological one. And as you said, Jason, when I finally see you, whether it's over Zoom or in person, I'm going to know, that you're older, so-called in quotes. So you want to make sure that while I see that, I don't latch onto it. So just like we tell you, write your resumes to hook the hiring manager's attention. I want you to talk and interact with the hiring manager in a way that's going to hook their attention towards what you have to offer rather than, wow, my gosh, this person's so old, right? If you don't talk compellingly, they're going to fuzz out and they're going to focus on the thing you don't want them to focus on, would be my guess. Okay, Jason, what do you think?
Yeah, so I think you made a couple of really good points, and one that I do want to go back on when you're talking about qualifications and degrees, right? So for example, I was interviewing somebody for a government job, so we're okay with older folks, right? And they had their degree on there, Masters of IT, 1982. Right? Don't tell me it's 1982 because now I'm doing the math in my head going, if you got your master's,
That's
you're
right.
probably 22 years old, 82, it's now 2022, right?
Mhm,
40 years later,
mhm.
that tells me you're 65 years old, right? Instantly, I can do that math in my head, right? And so it's a flag. So instead, I would say Masters of Information Technology, done. That's all you need to do. You
Yeah,
have the
and maybe
degree
the
or you don't
school.
have the degree, right? And maybe the school, right? The other thing, depending on when you graduated, your degree may have been called something that we don't call it anymore. Right. And this can be a tricky thing because you don't want to necessarily change the name of your degree, but things have changed. For example, one of my master's degrees is a master's of science in information technology with a specialization in information assurance. Today
Yeah,
in
we don't use that
2023,
anymore.
no one talks about information assurance. But when I graduated in 2010, anywhere from 2005 to 2015, that was the term of the day. Everything
Yeah.
was information assurance or IA. Nowadays, everything is called cybersecurity. So if you go do the exact same coursework I did, you would get a degree as a master's of cybersecurity. Now, what should I do to avoid that ageism that could happen if I was in the job market? I would change it to Masters of IT and drop the specialization. I wouldn't even talk
There you
about it.
go.
And then when
Yep.
I do the little blurb underneath it, the 2 cents, I say, my coursework focused on cybersecurity, including identity and information access management, blah, 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 all the things I did. But I would now use the term cybersecurity instead of information assurance to be able to make it more current, right?